I'm running late. It is my women's group meeting, which we have once a month because it's for moms. Because let's be real, we don't got time to do it every week because we got kids and everything else. But anyways, today is Saturday. I am headed out. My husband helped me with my hair. He's very sweet. I washed my hair, blow dried it, made sure to have it look presentable, not frizzy. Since being pregnant, it just seems like I have more hair. And it's amazing. I love it, but girl, it takes forever. Like, look at this frizziness. Like, I can't. Even the serums in it and everything. Anyways, so we're headed there now. I don't know how many people are going to be there because, you know, the reason she created this whole group is so we can have like community and just be able to speak into life into one another. Oh my god, there's a spider. I'm telling you, there's spiders everywhere. I don't like this season. I don't like spring. Like, I know everything springs back to life, but my favorite time is fall, where everything's dead. Okay, like, I don't understand why there's so many flies and whatnot. I'm good. Anywho. Why is this car in the middle of the road? Lord have mercy, save us all. As I was saying, yeah, so it's literally created for moms who are busy in everyday life, don't know if they'll be able to commit to a weekly, you know, women's group or whatever the case may be. A lot of people are looking for a little bit more in-depth, like a Bible study. This is not like a Bible study. This is more of like where we come together, we meet together, and we love each other, and we just are there for one another and just speak life into one another. Most of the girls, they were at my birthday party, if you guys watch my birthday vlog, and they were there, and they're just are very sweet people, love them to life. And now I'm headed there now. I actually do like driving in spring, though I don't like the pollen, I don't like the spiders, I don't like the flies, I don't like any of that stuff. Girl, like, oh my gosh, I don't know why this thing is even up. My husband has a weird fascination with this thing, and it's always open. And then I see spiders on top. I'm telling you, it's like fear factor to me. So we're headed there now. I'm excited. I know my weekly vlogs are not usually on Saturdays, but
I'm everywhere.
and then I started trying to figure out like how I can get there, and I was trying to make up. It was not gonna happen today. I was like, all right, I'll go barefaced. As Jesus created me to be. And another thing, like, I need my glass prescriptions renewed, but I can't because apparently I'm pregnant, and it's a different prescription when I'm pregnant, and also I have to wait now until I give birth. So there's that. All right, girl, I'm gonna go ahead and catch you later. I do not want to be yapping and driving because I actually like to listen to worship music during this time because I don't have my kid, I don't got my husband, I ain't got nobody who calling on me, questioning me, asking me things. Like, girl, I don't know. Oh, there's a lady from the church, free something. I don't know. I gotta focus on the road. But anyways, I will catch you when I get there. I'm not gonna be able to, you know, vlog when I'm there because I like to respect people's space, and it's just like a place where we can. I think we're worshiping today, which is really nice. That's different, very different. I'm excited about that. But yes, so I don't know what the day is gonna look like. I'm pretty sure my husband's gonna want to go out because it's sunny. Every time it's sunny, he wants to go out and do things. Girl, it's nice when you're already out, but when you're just at home trying to be lazy, you can't do that. But anyways, I forgot to show you guys my fit. I'll show you guys my fit later. All right, I'm gonna catch you in a minute because I'm gonna drive this pretty little road and enjoy some worship music. Alright, girl, so this vlog, I'm not going to try and make it as long as normal. I'm going to be trying to do everything I can, but let me just go ahead and have a quick little rant. Every time I eat, like, an apple or anything, there's, like, a filter in my mouth, and it's just so gross. It feels like I got to brush every time I eat something, because if I don't, it's just not going to be happy on my tongue, and my tongue is just going to be upset. Like, being pregnant, no one ever tells you, like, these are the struggles. And then, like, I have extreme gas, so I'm always burping. Like, why? And then I'm always trying to eat something, and I gotta brush my teeth. And, you know, the only difference between this pregnancy and the last pregnancy when it comes to my oral hygiene, last time I didn't go to the dentist. And because I didn't go to the dentist, I feel like every time I brush, my teeth will bleed. But now, because this time I had to go to the dentist, this time I had to get my wisdom teeth taken out, only on 2 on this side. I have 2 more here, but I told them, nope, it ain't hurting, I ain't gonna do anything. And then I had like 3 fillings here. I had another one done on top. I have 3 more fillings here. And they did my teeth cleaning last time I went. So I feel like it really helped. If you are pregnant and you are like seeing blood when you're brushing your teeth, go to the dentist. I know it's a lot, but just do it. Try to get Medicaid, girl. I'm telling you, Medicaid is everything. I know a lot of people are going through a lot when it comes to like EBT. I don't got EBT because I used to have EBT. Girl, they took it away. And, I always consider that from the Lord. The Lord probably says, well, not probably. I felt like in my spirit, he said, this is not yours anymore for the season. You needed it. I gave it to you. But when I take it away from you, don't continue to seek something that is not from me, which is like the help from aid from the government, because I'm your help. I'm your provider. I'm your Jehovah Jireh. So allow me to provide even when you don't know where it's coming from. And that comes from Exodus, where the Israelites left slavery and they went into the wilderness, and God gave miracle after miracle and gave them mammon every single day, enough for the day. Yet people were still complaining, oh, let's go back to slavery. At least we knew where our meal was coming from. At least we knew when we were going to sleep, when we were going to eat, when we are going to have roof over our head and all the extra good stuff. But that's like the bare minimum of what God was already giving to them. But they just couldn't have the knowledge that, when it's going to happen, because God is who you're supposed to trust and believe that he's going to give it to you in the right time when you need it the most. And that's where I'm at right now. So if you're in a season where you feel like you have lost a lot of, government aid, let this be an encouragement to you that God is actually giving you something that you have been praying for, which is stability without financial aid from the government, because that is not going to help you. Because how many times do you have to look at your finances and be like, oh, I make too much, I can't get my aid from them, I can't get my EBT from them, or I can't get something from them because I make too much. Now you're limited in a box, and you don't want to be limited, because now you'll never get to a place of abundance and overflow, which is the whole common theme of my season. It seems like God is taking away things but giving things in return. So that is my encouragement, my biblical encouragement to you as a mom. If you're going through that, don't even worry, because God has a plan and he's trying to give you more than what you have ever exceeded or even prayed for. And if you go on YouTube and just look up testimonies, there are a lot of women who I have personally seen on YouTube who have testimonies about how God told them to get rid of the EBT and not to reapply, and they just, bought a house, they just lost their job, and God is telling them to do something, and God had to make a video, and then that video made them money. Girl, it's like God has a plan, and that's one thing that we always have to remember, Isaiah 30:18. God's plan is worth the wait. So that is my encouragement to you today, sis. I'm going to catch you later at, the whole shindig, and then we'll get back to you later, because my kid just wants my attention. All right, girl.
Yep. Let's get her done. We're alive and in person.
All right, honey, what do you think it is, boy or girl?
I think it's a boy. Hold on, see.
I would ask you, but there's no point.
No, don't ask me.
What do you think?
On the side, though, I look good. Yeah.
He knows the gender.
As my late aunt would say, I look darling. But we have biodegradable milk bombs. They are made with cornstarch, so they are good for the environment. They're not harmful.
That's good. I think it's a girl. I think it's a girl. That was the main question. I think it's a girl.
All right, so we'll figure out what is what
shortly.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you. I curled it today. Oh my God, it's a girl! I knew it! What I say? I told you. We're having another girl. I told you.
She's like, no.
This is not another girl.
She's like, I'm not the only one anymore. You're gonna have a sister.
You're gonna have a sister.
Mom was praying for this.
2, 3. Girl. That's why she's crying.
I love you.
All right, girl. So right, that we're having a girl. I'm very excited because that's exactly what I wanted, because I wanted a mommy's girl, and plus we have all the girl stuff, so we haven't really talked about it, but I don't want to use my forward-facing camera this way. It's just too much because we're in the bathroom. But so what I was saying was I wanted a girl because we only have girl stuff right now. So I got all her little cute dresses, her little onesies, all the things that I love to see her in that she outgrew too fast. So I'm excited to see her in that. I love doing, well, I don't do the hair, my husband be doing it, but I love the fact that we can do their hair, dress them up in dresses, cute little rompers, like girls, so many cute things, little booties, and I'm really excited about that. Everything is, mainly the big stuff we have is already in gender neutral, so it wasn't even, and that wasn't even a problem, but everything else, like we would have to buy like shoes and clothes and all the stuff to make sure it's boy related. So I'm so excited because it's a girl. And I already told my husband I want to only have 3. My mom was against me having 3 because she thought we were having a boy. She was kind of low key, like, oh man, we're having a girl, another one. So, okay, I'm not mad about you having 3 now. And I'm like, I want 3. Even if it's all 3 girls, like, that's a whole army. That's a whole army. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm really, really excited. Oh, we're having another girl. And then the only thing that sucks is now I'm going to get pregnant again. I just don't like the first trimester, but we can work through it. This is God's plan. God is doing this, and I'm grateful. We're having a girl. Okay. All right. So that was my little catch up with you. Then the next day, now that we posted on social media, if you guys don't follow me on social media, you can follow me on IG, the Christy Martinez. Follow me there. I do put some reels up, and then TikToks as well. Currently, it's still at God's Receptionist, but I'm gonna change that in like a month, and I'll talk about that later why. But I usually post like random stuff on TikTok now that I'm feeling better. In the beginning, it was all about like teaching faith videos, but girl, like with my life evolving, I just decided to just talk about everything. Like I will be talking about faith, and I'll be talking about things I learned, and that's cool, and how like motherhood and faith involved in it, faithful, intentional living, stuff like that, and then just like my personality. So if you like me because of my personality, go ahead and follow me. If you don't, then it's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's one thing you gotta learn. You are not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not really a coffee gal right now. I used to be like last year before I got pregnant, but that's a whole nother story. I kind of do miss it. I think I just miss the sweetness, This pregnancy is no caffeine. No caffeine. Why can't I have caffeine? I will not understand. This baby is a whole different breed. And it's so funny because the minute we found out it's a girl, she started jumping up in here, and I'm like, girl, I know that I gotta take my clothes away, but I was like, girl. So yeah, it's getting real. We're already in the 2nd trimester, and I feel like as fast as the 2nd trimesters come, the 3rd trimester is coming faster. But God is at the center of all. I know God said that he wanted 3 kids. That's why he's like, I'm gonna give you a girl, and then you can have a boy. So we're gonna see what happens, but I'm gonna catch you later. I don't know when, but I got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm probably not gonna do it. Let's be real, I'm probably not gonna do it. But yeah, I'm gonna go be lazy. Anyways, you like the hair? I'm just happy my hair doesn't look crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna see you later. So I came to a realization with my therapist that I'm 30 and I have no more time to waste. So I'm just gonna start doing what used to scare me, because that's what we're supposed to do. That being said, I'm gonna go to Sonic. Honey, you're gonna take me to Sonic?
Yes. We are gonna go to
Go
Sonic.
ahead and say what you want to say. I know.
Again.
Whatever. Look, we can talk about how hair looks good, but it starts getting oily after times. We're going to need some Thai. Drunken noodles, fried rice. It has to be basil fried Thai rice.
Mm-hmm.
But he likes drunken noodles. I'm more of a pasta you girl, but we're going to compromise because he doesn't always get Thai, period. Only thing is, I hope they have good chili oil, because I know Bangkok Thai does, but they are pricey. Too pricey for me right now. If it was him saying that he's taking me, cool. But because I'm choice, it's not my treat. He's paying me back.
It's rare that she pays for anything.
I don't make money. The only money I have is my birthday money. I'm a stay-at-home broke,
So right now,
pregnant girl.
Look, I know I shouldn't be saying all that because of life and death in the power of the tongue, but I'm not trying to say I'm broke. But what I'm saying is I'm not making money right now. So that money from my birthday was actually for his 30th birthday. So that's why I'm like, baby, I need you to give me that money because I don't have no other money for your birthday. So you got to help me out here.
Because I don't make money.
I'm the spoiled king right now.
No, he's not spoiled because he's not getting exactly what he wants. He's getting what I want. He's compromising.
No, I'm okay with Thai. I don't have really a particular taste right now.
Okay, well, we'll see. I really want Thai basil fried rice to taste good, so I'm hoping it'll taste good. I hope I'm not disappointed, because this pregnancy has been disappointing me from the beginning when it comes to food. It's terrible. It's terrible, but I'm not going to speak that into existence. Okay. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Hey girl, it's the next day. I know I was supposed to talk to you after I got the Thai food, but baby, just understand this. When I got home, there was so much chaos. And I'm gonna tell you, it's like a little story time. But before I get to that, yes, I had my Thai food. And girl, let me just say, you get what you paid for. It was not my favorite Thai food. And me being the picky woman that I am in my pregnancy era, girl, let's just say it did the job, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. All right, now that that's over. Girl, I came home, okay? I didn't realize my husband decided to give my dogs free reign, okay? For all of you guys who don't know, we have 2 dogs. I had Bella for 5 years before me and my husband got together. And then my husband had Leo for 5 years before he and I got together. So we both had our own dogs before we got together. And then we integrated as a whole family. Okay, cool. They love each other. Leo and Bella, best friends, okay? Best friends. We were worried that they weren't going to get along. But guess what? It worked out, okay? They look alike. They look like they're from the same litter. They're just the same Yorkie breed, just a different mix with it. My dog is mixed with the Beagle. His is mixed with a Silky Yorkie. Cool. All right, girl. So let me get to this tea. My dog, Bella, if I have been with her for 10 years now, maybe 11 years, okay? I have been with that dog for many, 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 many years, okay? And I know how she is. You can't trust her. She, in front of you, will act so innocent. She'll act obedient out of fear. She will do as you say. She'll sit down, but she'll still have that Beagle mentality where she's just going to go sniff out things and get into things she should not get into. All right. I've known this from the beginning. My husband knows this, but he still gives her the benefit of the doubt. Girl, he leaves the house, and my thing is, since I have pregnancy aversion, for anyone who's never been pregnant before, pregnancy pet aversion is a real thing. And if you don't believe me, go on TikTok. People talk about it. I thought I was the only one. I just thought I was crazy. No, girl. When I got pregnant the first time, I could not have my dogs near me. I couldn't deal with the smell. I couldn't deal with them. Any little thing they did, it annoyed me. Like, I'm already hyper annoyed about everything, even the littlest things, even my husband breathing on me. So my dogs, the way they are, you know, they do things they shouldn't do, especially Bella. All right, let me get to the point. So because of the pet aversion, I keep them downstairs. I don't have them upstairs because if they go potty in the house or something, they're supposed to go potty in the cage, and they know that very well. But Leo is the type where he'll potty outside of the cage. Even when he's in the cage, he will pee. Lift his leg up and pee outside the cage. And that just pisses me off because it starts to smell. Okay? The stench is horrendous. Because once you get pregnant, your sniffers are just like on a hyper like fixation on anything and everything that's in the house. You can smell things that you would never normally smell. That is why I leave them down the stairs. Husband goes and takes them for a walk. They don't care. They'll just do whatever they want. Okay? So these are my frustrations with my little puppies. Okay. We come home, but my husband doesn't tell me he leaves them outside the cage because he took them on a walk already. I said that doesn't matter, okay? He forgot that at the end of the day, my dogs, especially Bella, will do whatever the heck she wants because now she has no one watching her. She's like that teenager who gets into things because her parents aren't home. If she could, she'd probably bring out all the stray dogs in the neighborhood and bring them in the house, for all we know, okay? So when I got in the house, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a mess in the, first floor. I'm like, cool, whatever. I have the upstairs clean. My daughter's room, I keep it pristine clean because my daughter puts anything and everything in her mouth. Same thing with our room. I don't have to feel like I can't walk without my shoes because guess what? There's no hair, there's no feces, water, no, there's no pee, nothing because they don't come upstairs. Girl, I come upstairs, right? After my husband's like, oh, it was already a mess. Kaylani, our daughter, was the one that was taking their toys. I'm like, why are you allowing her to take their toys? Like, they're kind of territorial, but they're not going to do it in front of us, right? They're not going to act out in front of us because they know better. But I know they're getting upset with my daughter. My daughter keeps trying to sit on them. And, like, people think it's cute, but I know these dogs. They're 12 years old. Both of them are 12 years old. They're old, okay? They don't want to be bothered. Okay, they just sit there. The only thing they want is for us, me and my husband, to give them love, or adults to give them love. Not the kids, adults. So whenever my kid goes there, they don't like it because I don't feel like she's being too rough because she does like pet them softly. We taught her how to gently pet them, but I think they're just getting annoyed because she keeps sitting in their seat, in their little dog bed. She thinks it's a baby bed. So I keep telling my husband, don't let her do that. My mom on the phone, my husband, oh, let them be. And I'm like,
are you serious?
I don't agree. They're like, oh, it's just because you're pregnant and you don't want her to be dirty. And I'm like, That's only a part of that. I know these dogs. But anyways, girl, I'm telling you, I know my dog because the minute we opened that door, she didn't come out the door. But Leo weirdly walked out. So casual, but at the same time kind of like on eggshells. He was like, I'm going to walk out. I don't want to be here. And I'm like, your dog, I don't know if he did something. I don't think Leo did something because Leo's the type to go hide. He'll go hide if he did something. And he will not be found. And when we find him, he knows he's in trouble. Okay? Bella, on the other hand, she just sits there. She's one of those dogs that will look you straight in the eye and then look to the side. And then she'll side eye you. And I'm like, Like, that, as long as upstairs was fine. I walk upstairs, the gate was open. Didn't think anything of it, go in the room, and I'm about to get ready to eat. My husband walks up the stairs, and he goes in her room. And as he goes in her room, he's like, why does it smell like we shit a dirty diaper? She did not poop today. Why does it smell like that? Because we have a diaper genie in there. Walks in there, and he's like, okay, this is weird. Then the baby walks in. He looks down and sees that she's about to step into something. Girl, when my husband says, honey, Bella, and I was like, what did she do? And I'm thinking, again, downstairs, not upstairs. No. She took a in my daughter's bedroom, and that is what took me over the edge because I am such a clean freak when it comes to my daughter's room because she puts everything in her mouth. She took a dump, and she went downstairs and casually acted like nothing happened. And that really took me overboard. Look, when I saw that, okay, my husband's already cleaning up. I was on 10 because I'm just like, I can't. This is my only sanctuary. So I was really mad, not to say the least. And I was just like, I'm not even going to deal with her. She knows what she did wrong. Just put her in a cage. And I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't even want to do anything for the rest of the night. I don't want to vlog. I don't want to talk. I just want to clean this house, deep clean it. We bleached it. We did it with peppermint. We did it with water and vinegar, like anything and everything. I still felt like it was not clean enough. And girl, I was livid. Like, why would you do it? Why would you go in my daughter's room? Anyways, that being said, that's why I didn't vlog last night because I was just up to here. All right, girls. So now that I had my little rant about how I feel about the dogs, again, don't come after me. That's just how I feel in the moment. Anywho, beside that, girl, today is Wednesday. That means nothing. It means nothing. My husband is at work. He has another meeting to go. And once he's done with that meeting, he's going to come back home. I am now done with the weekly vlog. It seems like it has been a whole week of a lot of things that we've been doing. So I'm very, very happy that, I'm finding out that I found out that I'm having a girl. I'm feeling her kick more. I'm feeling the little flutters in my stomach more. And I feel like since I found out she's a girl, it's like a little bit more that she's doing that I could feel her. So I'm really excited that, I'm in this situation where I can feel her, but I'm also like, oh my gosh, you're going to get bigger. It's going to get more uncomfortable. I'm not going to be able to breathe. I'm going to need more Tums. And, the first pregnancy was hard because I didn't know what to expect, but this time at least I know what to expect. So I'm really, really happy about that. So we have been trying to figure out her name, and we found the first name. Second name, which is supposed to be, we're trying to make it an Indian name, but we'll see how that goes. It's really hard to find an Indian name that's not connected to a deity. And I'm just, trying to give her my culture without getting her connected to a deity or an idol that is a false god. So, a lot of Indians probably come after me for that, but I'm a Christian. That's what we believe, We only have one God, and that is Yahweh. Anywho, I'm excited. I'm about to have a baby this year. I'm also nervous because that means no sleep. I'm hoping this one will sleep more. I'm going back to breastfeeding, which is going to be a whole thing on its own. Because I remember I was so happy to stop breastfeeding in January, and here I am in April, and I feel like I'm free, and now I'm going back to it. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to work it out. The things I wish I knew the first time, I know the second time. So that's a blessing. I have a friend who was also pregnant for the first time. She's nervous. So I'm going to actually say this part for the people who are first time pregnant. It's always hard the first time because you don't know what to expect. It's always scary the first time, especially labor and delivery. I know they say have a birth plan. You can have a birth plan. I recommend to pray on it. I recommend that you ask God to have his way in it at the end of the day, though, because he will have his way. Because, look, girl, you can have a birth plan, but it doesn't mean that it's always going to go that way. So don't think that if you have a birth plan, it's going to be exactly as that. Just pray about the situation, because at the end, God is going to have his way. I thought I was going to have a natural birth, you know, a vaginal birth. It did not happen that way, baby. I had a C-section. And it was after like 28 hours. So I was already actively in labor before that, but I was really, really in labor for 28 hours where I was like, oh yeah, this is it. I feel it. Actually, honestly, for that whole week, I was feeling it. But I was trying not to go to the doctors because I wasn't dilated enough. And I had 2 membrane sweeps. Girl. Hi, sweetheart. 2 membrane sweeps. If they offer you a membrane sweep, oh, okay. How do I say this, girl? Okay. Here. How do I say this? They're going to offer it to you. If you don't want to be induced, this will be the thing that will get you there naturally, I guess, without any medical intervention. But I ain't gonna hold you. It's the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing ever. I remember I was like, no, every week, I think I was like 36 weeks or 36 weeks. I was like slowly dilating, like a centimeter each week. So I'm like, oh, I'm on a roll. I don't gotta worry. I'm about to have this baby. Like, it's gonna come by the 40th week. Girl, no. I did dilate 1 centimeter every week for 3 weeks, and then I halted. I stopped, and I was in my 39th week, and my doctor's like, are you sure you don't want to have the membrane sweep? Because we might have to, induce the labor if that's not the case. I'm like, no. I'm like optimistic. I'm going to have this baby. It's going to happen. I'm not one of those stories. No, girl, I was wrong. I am one of those stories. I was definitely one of those stories. So the week of the 40th week came around. I saw my doctor on Tuesday. And that I wasn't supposed to see her till like Friday or something. I don't know. Tuesday, I was telling her I'm not feeling comfortable. I couldn't sleep. My whole body was hurting. My back was aching. I was having Braxton Hicks. If you don't know what Braxton Hicks is, it's basically contractions, but it's not in the, like a true vet. Look, if people are like, oh, you're going to know when it's a real contraction. Yeah, you will, because it's like lightning down there, not in here. Like Braxton Hicks is all in the stomach, and it feels like it restricts, it contracts. Like it literally goes from the stomach like this, and you're just like, ugh. But girl, that actual one, oh my, I had to be like, oh, like, don't touch me, don't talk to me. And when they say breathe, girl, I thought these people were wild. I thought these people were crazy. No, they literally say breathe in and breathe out. Girl, that was the only thing that helped me during my labor. That was the only thing that actually helped me get through the contractions. Like, I know it sounds so silly, but girl, breathe. That really does help. I didn't take no classes. I didn't take no Lamaze. I didn't go and do any of those things. I just free-handed it. I just went in like, all right, we're going to do this. So I was in so much pain. On that Tuesday, I was like, I feel like I'm in so much pain. Can you go ahead and, get me to see my doctor? I went to my doctor, and my doctor was like, are you okay? I was like, no, I'm in a lot of pain. I don't know. Am I dilated? She's like, you're not dilated enough. I think I was still at 3, maybe going on 4. And she's like, do you want to do the membrane sweep? Because I can't induce you until next Wednesday. Girl, when she said next Wednesday, I'm supposed to give birth that Friday. I was not going to do another weekend plus half the week. Like, there was no way I was going to do that. You're tripping. Thank you, sweetheart. You're tripping. I'm not doing it. Like, once you get, especially if you've been pregnant, so you know what I'm talking about. But if you are new to pregnancy, girl, once you get to like the 39th week, I mean, I know the last month is horrendous, but the last 2 weeks is even worse, right? And like every single day is torture for me. I don't know about you. You could be blessed. It could be easy for you, but it was torture for me. I felt like I couldn't get comfortable no matter what. At night, I couldn't sleep. I had to pee every 2 seconds. It was terrible. So when I told my doctor, like, I'm going through all this, she said, okay, since I can't get you induced until next Wednesday, scheduling wise, I can try to go ahead and do a membrane sweep. So a membrane sweep is 2 fingers. There you go. And then they try to, I don't know exactly, you're going to have to Google it because I don't know the actual terms, but you're going to have, what they do is try to go around the wall and try to separate the 2 walls. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a doctor, but basically that's what they do. Yeah. Girl, it's the worst thing
ever. And I remember I'm on that table like this, and I'm like clutching the table, and I'm like ready, like my legs are spread open. Okay. And then she goes up there, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys have on your ceiling at your OBGYN, but on my top of my ceiling, there's like this fish little thing. It's like a rectangle. So I look at the fish. So that's what I'm supposed to do. So I can like mentally escape the situation. Girl, oh my, like I was like gritting my teeth. I'm waiting for it to be done. She's like, let me know when you don't want to tap out. So I'm like, okay, I think I'm done. You know, it was like she did it twice, and she's like, okay, well, I was almost done. I was like, oh, you were? She's like, yeah, I just have one more to do. I was like, I wasn't gonna go through that pain for no reason, girl. Like, you better go back in there. So she went back in there, and I was like, oh, and she did it. Okay, cool. Worst feeling ever, but you can do it mentally. You can do it. Okay, it's not that long. Just breathe through the situation, even if it's hard, girl. Like, it's better than getting induced. Okay, so that happened. We went home, and then I was bouncing on the ball. I remember it was my old apartment in her nursery, and I'm bouncing on the ball. I'm thinking, all right, we're about to, have a baby. So I started seeing the mucus plug slowly come out. So I was like hyped. I was like, oh my gosh, like it's happening. It's happening. I can have this baby by the 40th week. Like by Friday, I can have this baby. It was progressing, and then I saw some mucus come, but it wasn't like the whole mucus plug, right? I thought my water broke by Thursday. I thought my water broke. And then I called the doctors because my OBGYN was not going to be in the hospital on the weekend because she's off on the weekends. So I call in, and I'm like, hey, I think my water broke. And she's like,
honey, you would know if your water broke.
And I'm like, would I? Okay. That being said, she was just telling me all this stuff, and I was like, all right, cool. And when I went to the doctor's like, all right, honey, your water did not break. But if you want, we can do another membrane sweep. And if you do that, she will be here by the weekend. And this is on Friday. I went in for this. Okay, I went on Friday for this. Girl, I went through it again. And I'm like, oh, Lord. I really did. And it was the worst thing ever. But I tell you one thing. That baby came out that Sunday. Am I going to tell you the full labor and delivery story? Probably not on this vlog. I'll probably share my labor and delivery vlog or maybe like video in the next video or something as I'm like remembering everything, because I need to remember everything happened, because it's not going to be the same as this one. But it's always good to go down memory lane sometimes just as a reminder, because I just know God was with me through it all. It was really hard, but I'm not going to go into the story. The labor and delivery was like a whole different thing. If you are in your first pregnancy, don't be scared. Don't be worried if you can't go through your birth plan. And if you have to have medical intervention, girl, just do it. God is with you. God is going to handle it. And that's the one thing that really got me through my pregnancy and my labor and delivery was God. There's nothing else. There's no one else. And I don't even want to tell you the whole story. I'll just say this. No one knew I went into my labor and delivery, but the whole church that, my friends from church and the groups that I was a part of, they were praying for me. And they were like, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't think you were in labor or anything, but I just felt like an urge to pray for you. And girl, like their prayers carried me through that labor and delivery. So always share with your group. You don't have to tell them when you're going into labor and delivery, but just let them know like, hey, just pray for me in this situation. So if you had to go through a C-section, it's not that bad. And I'll share that story as well if you want to hear more about that. I did not have a vaginal birth. This time around, my doctor said I might be able to have a vaginal birth, and we'll see about that. I told her, because I have to have a C-section technically by the 40th week. So I already have that already scheduled on the 40th week. Or actually not even the 40th week, 39th week. So the 39th week of my pregnancy, I'm already scheduled to have a C-section. However, I asked my doctor, if I go into actual labor before then, like 37 weeks, 38 weeks, am I able to try to do vaginal? She said, yes. I'm going to try to do that. But, it's on God's hands. We'll see what God wants. I'm nervous about the tearing. If you had that type of experience, go ahead and tell me in the comments, like, what that feels like or what your experience was. I don't feel like C-section was that bad. But I'll share with you in my video, the next video I make, why it was such a difficult labor for me and delivery for me. But anyways. All right, girl. Enough of me yapping, chatting, and talking your head off.
I love you. I hope to see you next week on this channel. And if there's any labor delivery stories that you have, please share it with me. I am not afraid this time around, but if I'm going to have a vaginal birth, it is something new to me. So share with me your experience. I love you. Tell me how you guys are keeping up with God during your pregnancy if you're pregnant. And other than that, girl, I'll see you next week.